Good morning. Today is Thursday, the 19th. If my eyes would focus. I'm guessing Thursday the 19th, yeah. And we're going to start with a daily reflection on the New Testament. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, because the carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. Romans chapter 8, verses 6 through 7. To be carnally minded means to have enmity or hostility towards God. It implies pride and hardness of heart, placing ourselves either above or below the commandments. King Benjamin teaches how to be more spiritually minded. He reminds us that the natural man is an enemy to God. And unless we yield to the Holy Spirit and become as a child, submissive, meek, humble, patient, full of love, we cannot be saved. Salvation requires a conscious turning away from the things of this world and seeking for the things of eternity. Moreover, abiding peace and newness of life come from turning our hearts to God. Those who love God and put off the natural man enjoy the fruit of the Spirit. They feel more of God's love, peace, and joy. The things of this world no longer satisfy, and they look to God and live. Okay. I have no thoughts on that. So, today is that was weird. Okay. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. And in this, the saints are told to be holy, sanctify themselves, and love one another. The Lord will come, and the dead will rise. That's basically it. I didn't get anything more from that. The verse I chose for my personal statement was verse 11. And that ye study to be quiet, and to do your own business, and to work with your own hands, as we commanded you. My personal statement is very: hold your tongue, mind your own business, work with your own hands. I don't have a problem with working with my own hands. I do the work, okay? The study to be quiet, I think that's something that needs to be worked on with myself, and to minding my own business. I'm not a gossip per se, but if something's happening at work, I want to be a part of it. If a customer is getting loud, I want to be the one to rush up and deal with him. I want to put him in his place, so to speak. But hold your tongue. I have to say that a lot to Mason lately. He's at the age where he doesn't understand respect your parents. And he'll be like, well, what about you? You do this, or why you got to be so mean to me? And it's like, you were being rude and now you're being punished. That's not you being mean. But he has this tendency when he gets angry to like mutter under his breath and say like really mean stuff. So I have to say to him all the time, hold your tongue. Hold your tongue. And then he just sits there quietly. But I need to learn to hold my tongue as well. Okay. I'm so tired. I'm so glad it's Thursday, but I wish it was Friday. As a matter of fact, I wish it was Saturday morning. That's what I wish it was. This has been the longest week of my life. Okay. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. Some gifts coming from the atonement of Jesus Christ are universal, infinite, and unconditional. These include his ransom for Adam's original transgression, so that no member of the human family is held responsible for that sin. Another universal gift is the resurrection from the dead of every man, woman, and child who lives, has ever lived, or will live on the earth. As the Apostle Paul assured the Thessalonians, I would not have you be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, excuse me, even so them which sleep in Jesus will God bring with him. Although the resurrection of the body is a free and universal gift from Christ, a result of his victory over death, the nature of the resurrected body, or degree of glory given, as well as the time of one's resurrection, is affected directly by one's faithfulness in this life. The Apostle Paul made clear, for example, that those fully committed to Christ will rise first in the resurrection. Modern revelation clarifies the different orders of resurrected bodies, promising the highest degree of glory only to those who adhere to the principles and ordinances of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And then the next one for Jeffrey is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. So we won't have that for 2 days. All right. That's all I have for this morning. I need to stop waking up so early. I need to go back to bed. I need to sleep. I need to be done with training. It's a blessing. It's an absolute blessing. I had to stop by one of the other stores yesterday to pick up these large prints because we don't do large prints at my store. But the general manager wants me to try to sell some to see if that's, a market we could tap into. And so I went to her store and she's like, how's your training going? The manager of that store. And I was like, it's really long and stressful, but it's a blessing that I get to be with the owner and the general manager one-on-one having this training. And she's like, man, I wish I had that opportunity. I was trained by some other person in some other town who I didn't know in a store, where we do things differently. And I was like, I know, I'm really lucky. All right. But I want my really lucky to be over with. I'm so tired. All right. I will leave you now with a prayer from a diary of prayer. We've got 2 for today. One from S. Charetz from the 16th century and one from Lancelot Andrews. O God, behold my grief and care. Fain would I serve thee with a glad and cheerful countenance, but I cannot do it. However much I fight and struggle against my sadness, I am too weak for this sore conflict. Help me in my weakness, O thou mighty God. Once I get going, I'll have the energy to do it. But, when you just roll out of bed, you're like, I need 40 more hours of sleep. I feel this one. All right. I am thine, save me. Behold, O Lord, I am thy servant and the son of thine handmaid, an unprofitable servant, yet a servant, a lost son, yet a son. We are all thy people. Carest thou not that we perish? Yea, thou carest. Okay, that was 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, and we finish up 1 Thessalonians tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday we do 2 Thessalonians. Which also, I'm teaching primary on Sunday, so Saturday I need to do a lesson, but Hannah's going to the temple. Too much this week. Too much. All right, here we go. Let's get started. All right. Have a great day. I will talk to you later. I'm trying to jazz myself up. Okay. Bye.